Hey guys, Jimmy V here, mortgage originator specializing in VA loans. And today I wanted to talk with you about having really as many VA loans as you would like at a time. In other words, we'd say unlimited VA loan. Reality is that this is probably the #1 topic that I have veterans reaching out to me on. It's like, Jimmy, can I use more than one VA home loan at a time because my brother or my agent or even my lender, I know that sounds scary, right, told me that I can't have more than one VA home loan. Yes, you can, and whoever told you that, no matter how well-intentioned they might be, is simply stated wrong. You guys ready? Let's get this party started. So the scenario that I like to paint or picture for $300,000, all right? Now the veteran has lived in the home, maybe they've gotten married, wants to level up, buy a home, new geographical location, bigger square footage, better school district, house with the pool, right? Can they use another VA home loan? It's like, yes, you can. Keeping in mind, of course, you still have to qualify by way of income and credit, but this can absolutely be done, and here's how, right? So veteran lives in this home for, generally speaking, 1 year. You guys love to ask me that question, right? 1 year is the requirement on that, okay? Now they want to be able to purchase a home in that new location. We'll just say for $466,550, right? $466,550. They can actually put a renter in this home. We'll call it home A, all right? And they can now go buy home B with the remainder of their VA home loan entitlement with no money down. And there's also one other thing that I want to mention to you here about home A. You can actually use the rental agreement to offset up to 75% of the rental income. So we'll call this math for Marines here, good to go. But basically, if you've got a $1,000 mortgage payment, right, and you rent out the home for $1,000, you guessed it, we can offset this mortgage by $750 a month. So that way the veteran only needs to qualify with $250 worth of that money. You tracking? You with me? You on the same sheet of music? You picking up what I'm putting down? All right, good to go. So let's keep moving along. So the veteran identifies this new home. Better location, house at the pool, better school district, bigger square footage. Remember, veterans, you have to live in this property as your primary residence. A lot of you ask, can I put a renter in this home? It's like, no, it's gotta be your primary residence on a VA loan. Cannot be a vacation property either, all right? Gotta live in the home. Now, you can use the remainder, once again, to purchase this home with no money down, 100% financing. Okay, 100% financing. Now you have 2 VA loans at the same time, and you've got perhaps, nearly $1 million worth of real estate in, I'm gonna use this word intentionally, your real estate portfolio, because that's what you're doing. You are on your way to becoming a real estate investor, right? So this is cool. Now, you might be asking, Jimmy, how did you arrive at this kind of 300, 466, 550 number? And I'm gonna explain that. So what happens is every year, FHFA comes out with what's referred to as conforming loan limits. You following me along on that? And for 2024, the conforming loan limit is $766,550. So if you add these two together, right, that is 2 VA loans worth $766,550. Now this scenario will vary depending upon the first home that the veteran has used and the remainder of what they'll have left over on the second. Now I'm going to paint what I refer to as a high-class problem. Probably the #1 performing video that I have on YouTube is where I say, Taylor, can you buy a new home? And who likes high-class problems, right? Taylor puts this big gold chain on my neck, right? Well, that's kind of what I describe here, and simply stated, the veteran says, you know what? I love this idea, Jimmy, but I really wanted to be able to buy this home for $566,550. Could I do it? Right? And the answer is yes. Now you might say, well, yeah, Jimmy, you have got to put up the $100,000 difference between the two homes, right? No, wrong, right? And here's what you do. The VA says, look, we're only going to guarantee the 25% of that number right there, right? So if the difference is 100K, you, as the veteran, need to come up with the remaining 25%. Here's what I mean by that, right? So 100K, 25% of that, you guessed it, is $25,000, right? That's what the down payment would be required on the VA loan. Now, pretty cool scenario, right? Some people might refer to this as house hacking. I'm not a huge fan of the word house hacking, but what I am trying to do is give veterans tools and ways and strategies, perhaps that's a better word, that they can build and create wealth utilizing their VA loan to buy multiple properties. So typically the next question that I get is Jimmy, if I want to kind of rinse repeat on this, how do I do that? In other words, how can I free up my VA loan to use additional VA loans moving forward into the future? And that's exactly what I'm going to share with you right now. Good to go? So one strategy is to refinance, again, if you guys remember, Home A into a conventional loan. Now, keeping in mind that when you're refinancing into a conventional loan, you have to have enough equity built up in the home according to conventional guidelines. So that is not what I would refer to as a automatic. Good to go? So we've got to make sure that you have enough equity in that home. But here's the thing that a lot of veterans don't know. Did you know that you could actually have unlimited VA loans? You say, well, Jimmy, what do you mean? You mean I could have 10 VA loans at a time? The answer is yes. Yes, you could, assuming that you qualify by way of income, credit, you have enough reserves in the bank for each property that you're vacating. But yes, it could be done, and here's how. Remember what I told you earlier is that the VA only has a specific amount that they will guarantee on your loan. But if you, as the veteran, are willing to come up with the 25% guarantee in the form of a down payment, did you know that you can have as many VA home loans as you would like? So for example, on a $400,000 purchase price, assuming that you wanted to buy a third home, you'd have to put down approximately $100,000. That's 25%. Now the lender has their 25% guarantee, and you, as the veteran, have your third VA loan. Live in that property for a year, continue to accumulate the assets, you have the reserve requirements. Now you want to buy your fourth property with a VA loan, you guessed it, 25% down, $500,000 purchase, you'd be looking at approximately $125,000 down due at closing, once again ensuring that you qualify for all of these mortgages and have the reserve requirements necessary, credit scores, etc. But these are effective strategies for you as the veteran to build and create wealth through the acquisition of real estate utilizing your VA home loan benefit. My name is Jimmy Versalino. If you felt like I earned it, show your love by clicking like on the video. And lastly, comment down below with your questions, and I'll do my very best to make sure that each and every single one of them are answered from me, yours truly, Jimmy V. Talk to you soon.